Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Golf Chat Show Live. So, I've literally just got back from playing golf. It's fair to say, my golf wasn't great. It was very rusty. There was some good in there. There was some absolute shambles in there. You thought I was going to swear then. But it was ultimately not very good at all. So, I played with Will from Will and Tucked. He played well. He played nice. Last time he played, he was probably like through 9 holes, 15, 16 over. Today, he was 9 over, a real massive improvement on that. And if you want to see a little bit more about the round, check out his story and also check out Sweet Spot story. I'll leave there's information down below in the description. It's funny. It's worth viewing, definitely. So what was my experience like? So you turned up at the golf club. You literally get out your car. For example, I parked probably 15, 20 yards away from Will, so across the car park. We both got ready. I actually went in spiteless shoes, so literally got out of the car, got my golf clubs, walked straight to the first tee, hit our shots, and literally went straight to the round. And then from there, we went straight after the round, straight into the car. Now, for me, that whole experience of going to the golf course and playing and getting back, and I played 9 holes and back was home within 3 hours, and that's probably 20 minutes driving as well each way. Nothing better. Like, it was really quick. We didn't have to wait for anybody. Nobody's waiting behind us. It was really, really nice. So going into kind of, did I feel it was safe? I did. As long as obviously you stick to the rules. I mean, potentially other people could join up when they're going around the golf course and all these things. But one thing I did have to keep reminding myself, when it wasn't me to put, I put it out. I didn't actually put it into the hole. I put it close to it, and we just gave those putts. But I kept finding myself wanting to hold the flag and wanting to take the flag out of the ground. And I was like, no, Alex, you literally can't do this. Like, you can't touch the flag. Because at the golf club I played at, they had the little foam around the bottom, and that was their way of not letting the ball go to the bottom of the cup, so you didn't have to touch the flag, etc. So first hole, par 3, terrible thin over the back, didn't get up and down. That was a bogey. The next hole, I'm trying to think now, it was very, very narrow, par 3 again. Lost the golf ball there. So straight away, my start was absolutely abysmal. I didn't really know what I was doing. I mean, I've hit a few shots at home in the net, but only really obviously when I'm making the general content for you guys. It wasn't like I've actually hit some balls and done some practice. So going out of lockdown, probably not playing actually on the golf course and seeing the ball go over 10 yards in, I want to say 7 weeks, literally 7 weeks. It was really strange. I felt kind of, because when you hit into a net, you're basically just basing your shot on your strike. And I feel like I've been striking it okay relative to kind of what I've been doing and what I've been hitting. But when I got out on the golf course, I felt like the ball could go anywhere. Now, usually I turned pro +1 probably like 4 years ago, 5 years ago now. So I like to think I've got good control of the golf ball. I'm no superstar of the future in golf, but I'm a good player. And I literally felt like I'd forgotten everything. I felt like I had no idea where my start line was, and then from there, where I was going to hit the golf ball. I don't know if any of you guys watching this now, if you have felt that same thing coming out of lockdown when you played golf, do comment down below. I'd love to know how you're finding it back playing golf, because I think it's hard. We've gone from being able to play a lot of golf, then into playing no golf at all, or hitting it into a net where we're basing our shots on the good strikes. Now, the one thing Will did say when we were playing, and he had really improved, which was fantastic to see. And part of the stories on my channel, we did that live lessons every week, Project Break 100. Fantastic. Like, he has really, really improved. And he said, well, in lockdown, I just concentrated on improving my swing. Now, I thought that was fab, because we very often go to improve our swing and we base it straight away on what the ball flight does. So if the ball flight's not good, we don't I think some people don't buy into the improvements, the changes. So in lockdown, if you're just basing the shot on 2 or 3 yards in front of you going to a net, it's a lot easier to buy into the improvements, buy into the theory, and start working on something without worrying about the results. And this was so evident from Will. Short game was electric, hit some nice drives. And what I would say is nothing was like, a few shots were really good, but nothing was like, wow, 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 but nothing was bad. So that's why he was nice and consistent all the way around and came off with 9 over, which was a really nice improvement and great to see. Now, more into my golf. So I hit 3 drivers throughout the round. On those 3 drivers, I lost 1 golf ball. And it was a snap up. So what, I hit so many drivers off the toe. It was like I didn't know the feeling of where the middle of the face was. I kept feeling I was either going to spin out of it or I was going to hook it. I really felt like I was fighting. But by the end, hit some really nice shots. I started to almost let the shot dictate the swing as opposed to trying to find something. And yeah, it was just a bit of fun. And I think if we're going out playing golf now, and this goes to everybody, I think we should just take it as a bit of fun. I don't think we should look at it as competitive. And I really don't think golf clubs should play competitive rounds. I think we should just richly treat it as it's great to back out the golf course. It's nice to get some fresh air. It's really nice to, one, see friends at safe distance. And it's just good to actually play the game of golf that we love. And what do you guys feel about this? Do you feel like it was the correct result? Because here in England, we made a change, but then in Wales and Scotland, they've not made the same things. I mean, I think on Monday in Wales, it is then integrated to the fact that you can go and play golf. But over here, we've already done it. Now, for me, I think it came as a real surprise. And I think a lot of golf clubs are doing well to basically have a structure. When you get to the golf club, you go straight to the tee. But I didn't really see anybody policing this. I'm not going to say where I played, but nobody really policing it. You could have easily gone out into 2 balls and joined up and still socially distance and done that. And I'm not condoning that by all means. I don't think that's a very good thing to do. I think if people start doing that, that's when we could get back in trouble. We could potentially lose golf. So I just felt like there needs to be, and this all comes down to maybe people at a golf club volunteering to go out there, or maybe other members to just police it within themselves to stop a few of the minority joining up and doing silly things. Hi, Paul. Paul Roberts from the show, who's on Thursday. Big money when we play, Alex. Yeah, Paul, I'm not playing you anytime soon. I was terrible today, like really bad. I'm going no way near you on the golf course right now. I'll tell you that. The one thing that was good about my game, which I guess is probably not surprising because if I've actually done some practice in the garden, is my chipping. My chipping was really nice. I nearly chipped in 2 times. I got up and down every time that I missed the green. Just the crap from the tee and the irons, I just felt like I had no recollection of what I was doing. And because it was windy and a lot of the holes on the front 9 were back into the wind, bar 2 or 3, I felt like I was trying to hit this low shot and I literally couldn't do it. Not I've forgotten, but I basically, if I kind of give you a synopsis of my game, I'm one of them players that likes to play different shots and do different things. I don't try and be one-dimensional. And that's what I've always been pretty good at because I've thought, Paul, no chance, mate, no chance. I've always been pretty good at that. So today I was like, right, first hole, fine, a bit of a thin over the back, got up and down. No, didn't get up and down. The second, terrible. It was into the wind off the left. So usually if I've gone into the wind off the left shot, I would be hitting like a little punchy draw, knowing that I'm going to hold it on the wind and it's almost going to come out straight. Well, this ball started left, went further left, and went further left. I was like, are you serious right now? It was just not good. So anyway, I actually reloaded from the tee, hit another one just short of the green, got it up and down from there. So I got off there with a 5. Not ideal at all, but the second shot was okay. On to the next hole, par 5. I hit an okay drive, a little bit off the toe, but actually it was a good toe. If there's ever such thing as a good toe, I think there is personally. If you're slicing it, toe, not a bad thing. For me, a toe is not a good thing. But this one I got away with, down the fairway, par 5. And then again, into wind off the left. I've tried to hit a low punching 3-iron, chase up onto the green, nearly top the thing. Literally nearly top the thing. It's okay, went down there, laid up short of the bunker. It's actually fine. I hit a lovely 9 irons about 10 feet and hold the putt. So I'm like, okay, I can play golf again here. Next is a short par 3 again. Wedged it on, good shot. And then a really nice drive, a driver par 4 on the next. So again, I played a nice bunker shot, hitting the green side trap, a long bunker shot, that terribly horrible hard length of bunker shot. It was about 50 yards. Managed to get on the back edge and play well. And then from there, I actually started to get into a bit of rhythm. Hit some nice 9 irons, hit some nice drives until I got to hole 8 where I hit another snap hook and lost the golf ball. And I guess I'm really competitive and I don't like not taking things seriously, but I like to play as best I can, like we all do. But actually, I went out today with like a totally different mentality of just, oh, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to go out there and just literally see what happens. And if it play well, I play well. If I don't, I don't. And I actually think for a lot of people that maybe if you're in a bit of a rut and golf was kind of not getting you down, but it was getting on top of you and your whole technique and your whole game didn't feel fresh, this sort of break of not being able to play, I mean, telling you not to have a break, you literally couldn't play. I think it'll do a lot of people a lot of good, because you're going to look back on it and look at it now, probably in a totally different light of, right, well, I'm going out there to play golf and just enjoy playing golf, as opposed to, right, I'm going to beat my handicap. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It gives you a totally different mentality. And I definitely took that on board. I just hope I can keep that going. I'm going to try and play, not Sunday, I'm going to try and play middle of the week next week, but my ankle's really sore, which is not good. Matthew Bennett, got a question here. I want to start having on-course lessons in my pro and hope club players do this. Do you think social distancing can help drive this? Definitely, Matthew. I think social distancing is a lot easier doing it in a playing lesson, because obviously you don't have to hold the golf clubs. You can give the advice from a distance, whereas a normal traditional lesson, the pro may be getting close to you. But definitely, I think anything that you can do on the golf course right now with your pro, one, it helps support them, but not the kind of the pity story. It is the fact that it actually will do your golf game the world of good. You could save, and probably no word of a lie, 2 or 3 shots on a round without changing your swing, just by going to your pro, doing some course management lessons, doing things that really help you play better golf, not swing the golf club better. Think about it, they're 2 different things. You could swing the golf club amazing, and I'll probably swing it okay today, but I played not very good for me. So I think going to your pro, Matthew, on everybody, I condone this, and getting some online lessons, on-course lessons is really valuable to improving your golf game, and a great way of having lessons during lockdown without worrying about the social distancing aspect. Great, watching from Dubai, a big fan, love to hear that. As soon as lockdown's over, I am coming to Dubai. I want to go and do some filming. I want to spend some time over there, because it's one of the places that is just like, in my opinion, like a golfing mecca. It's so nice, obviously guaranteed weather, really nice service when you turn up at the golf courses, and just a really cool place. So next time I play, I said before, obviously I've got a bit of a dodgy ankle at the minute. So, and I went out running. As a lot of you know, I've been really into my cycling, but I went out running because I've not got a bike at the minute. And I ran 1.5K. One of my friends actually texted me, because I did it on Strava, and said, Alex, why have you done 1.5K? Because you're not hack it. I was like, I had to walk home. My ankle, my knees, everything. I was in bits. So today playing golf with Will, I was walking around, hobbling a little bit, probably almost like not going full out at shots because my left ankle and my right-handed player because of it as well. And it definitely didn't make it very easy, is all I'm going to say. So I've actually been wanting to ask you guys a question. So there's kind of like my overall opinion on going out on the golf courses and during lockdown. And the one thing I would say is just everybody, please, 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 please abide by the rules. Don't go in 4 balls unless obviously it's allowed at your golf club and it's 4 people from your own family. We've got to stick to the rules. We've got to make sure we're keeping it safe for everybody, staff, members, whoever it is. We've got to do it, because I just worry that someone's going to get found out, because I saw on the golf course today, a few people getting a little bit probably too close than they should. And it's that old thing, isn't it? It's because we're now in an environment that we trust, golf club, we're all members potentially. We're now playing with people that we trust, friends, maybe family, but not in our household. We could, if we're getting too excited or too into it, just step into autopilot and get too close to people. We've got to stay vigilant. We've got to stay vigilant. That's all I would say. Dubai golf courses have opened up, social distancing, etc., but otherwise usual. That's great to hear. I mean, if we can open up, social distance, that's absolutely fantastic. And I hope that everyone gets to that same point where we can do this throughout the world, because I think golf is a great way to keep your mental health. It's great to actually start improving. And one thing that I actually think our wonderful game of golf will actually get so many more people playing it. Think about it. It's a sport you can play on your own if you want, or obviously with a friend, social distance. You can social distance easily. You can play 9 holes, 4 holes, whatever it might be. You can play competitive without having to play with somebody. It is a great way of staying fit. If you carry your golf bag or if you're just walking, no matter what age you are, it's a great game to play. And also, it's a great game to play with your whole family. So if you've got you're someone who's living with their father or their sons, or daughter, whatever it might be, you could go out on the golf course and play all together and still have a great competitive round. I honestly think that golf will hit a boom during this. I think something good will come out of this. Obviously, there's been it's been terrible, hasn't it? But if anything good can come out of it, hopefully the beautiful game that we love, we get a few more people playing it. That'd be really nice to see. So Carl just put here, is it worth having a club fitting if you're a higher handicapper, say 16 up, and your swing day-to-day is inconsistent? Definitely getting a club fitting is 100%. Now, I'm going to kind of disagree with you there, Carl. Like, I don't think, this is kind of that thing. I think a lot of high handicap players think their swing changes time to time. I bet you this. Your swing doesn't change that much. Your control of the club face does. And I think if you put yourself in a 3D model over a set of rounds, I really don't think your swing's going to change that much. So if you can get a set of irons that really helps you control the golf club a little bit better, so face and everything like that, and distance, whatever you're looking for in your golf game, 100%. And you can do that with whatever budget you want to do. You could do just with irons. You could do irons and wedges, wedges, and driver. And then within that, you could do it into different brands. Some are more expensive, some are less. You could do this, whatever. But yeah, 100%, I would definitely recommend getting a club fitting. It is super important. Super, super important to get the right equipment. You think about it, a racing driver wouldn't drive the wrong car. He'd drive the right car, make sure it was the best it could be, no matter if he was first on the grid or if he was last on the grid. And sorry for the F1 kind of use of analogy. I've been watching it on Netflix and it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. So back to golf. I really think that, like I said before, we're going to get a lot more people playing it. Now, this may have good effects. It may have bad effects. People may not like this. They're more traditionalists. But I think golf has to change as well. I think golf has to be more welcoming for families, more welcoming to business people. It has to be flexible in terms of clothing. It has to really step into 21st century, because if it does, I think it's got a real chance of improving how many people play and improving the enjoyment and the people keeping and retaining playing our game. What do you guys think? Be interesting to know. Do you think that relaxing the dress code is a good thing? Or do you like the fact it is sort of a traditional game and you have a certain clothing that you wear? But this is what I'd say to you. If you think watching this now that we should have the same clothing, look at cricket. Okay, so in the purest form of the game, if you're purist, you love the test matches and all that aspect. And they wear white, so that kind of goes back to the purist. But then you look at the 2020 version. And this is what I think that golf needs to do. Step into the 2020 version of cricket. They wear bright colours now. We get people going down. It's fun. People go there, and it's a great business model for golf, and actually just go. They don't even like it. They go for the atmosphere. Now, if we could create something like that, I definitely think it's great for our sport. Now, I'm not saying every tournament on the European Tour or PGA Tour has to be that way. But if we could throw in more of that, for example, Golf Sixes and the Waste Management, the PGA event over in America, those events, I think for me, are flagship events. Maybe not the Golf Sixes, but events that were pioneering. They're changing golf. And at the shot clocks, all these aspects get people more interested in golf. They can see something. It's not just waiting for the end result on the end of the round. You can see something there. It's time, there's pressure. And I definitely think we should mic up players. Why not? I know we got cameras and stuff like that and you can hear in, but why not mic up players? Because on that note, actually, I nearly forgot, so don't forget this bit. There's that big match tomorrow, isn't there? Ricky Fowler, Matt Wolff, DJ and Rory. Who do you think is going to win? And do you think they should actually be doing it? That's another point, isn't it? Because the PGA Tour's not restarted, but should that restart? It's an interesting one, isn't it? I find it really interesting. So, guys, tomorrow we have Andrew Murray back on the show. And like I said the other day, going forwards, because golf course is open now and coaching is allowed by the PGA, the Golf Chat Show, unfortunately, is going to be going down to once a week. I'm still love doing it. So I'm going to do it once a week to make sure I can get you guys the best guests, the best people on the show. and bring you the best content. Because one, I love doing these, but two, I don't want to do them every night for the sake of it, especially just during when I get back into the full swing of things. I physically couldn't cope with doing it every night because of coaching till late. It's sunny now outside, and I think it's the best thing that we do is if we all go to once a week, Sunday night, or actually comment down below, what night would you like me to go live on? What night would be, right, okay, I look forward to that midweek, maybe a Wednesday, end of the week on a Friday. What do you think that might be best for you guys? Bear in mind, we are still in lockdown. It's not like it's been lifted. Just that the schedule for the Golf Chat Show will be going to every single Sunday. Like I say, I've really enjoyed doing them. So going forwards, I think this is going to be the best thing that I can do to bring you guys the best content. So guys, that is my, I thought I'd just come on tonight to give you a quick update on what my round was like. I'm holding the T-Pegs in my pocket here. I really enjoyed it. It was honestly so nice to get out onto the golf course, to get out, playing with friends, getting some fresh air, swinging the club, not really bothered where the club ball goes, and just really putting everything in perspective. And it made it even better in the sun. Guys, that is the short Golf Chat Show tonight. Just thought it was great to come on and answer a few questions and tell you what it like from my experience out on the golf course today. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Guys, most importantly, please stay safe. And if you haven't already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button because we have loads of content. Today's Short Game Saturday. I said my short game is electric. Go and apply this. If you're struggling between chipping and pitching, honestly, it's game changing. 2 moves that will revolutionize your chipping pitching. You want spin, you want strike, you want consistency, you want control, you want distance control. Whew, it does all that. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Really appreciate you coming on and supporting me through lockdown and supporting me with the channel and all the comments down here because it makes me feel like I'm not just talking to my computer screen. It actually feels like I'm talking to people. Thanks so much, Carl. I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow with Andrew Murray. And also, don't forget, before you go, it's Sunday Swings tomorrow, so you have a chance to win free swing analysis and drills to help you improve your golf game. So make sure you stick around. That will drop at 4 p.m. tomorrow.